Hey everyone, and thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to use Medicare.gov to compare Medicare Advantage Part C and Medicare drug plans Part D. If you have an account with Medicare.gov, log in, use that, follow the same steps. If you don't have an account with Medicare.gov, we'd suggest that you create one so that in the years ahead, it could save you time by entering your drugs and doctors and things of that nature. All right. So, with that said, we're going to dive right in. You're going to need to navigate to Medicare.gov if you're not. And we're going to scroll down just a little bit. And here's where you can either log into your account or go ahead and dive in to start comparing plans. We're going to click Find Plans now. From here, again, we're either going to log in if you have that account, or you can just go ahead and enter your zip code. And in this instance, we're going to use 34683. And then we're going to click Continue. It's going to ask us, what type of plan are you looking for? We're going to select either a Medicare Advantage, Part C, Medicare Drug Plan, Part D, or Medigap Policy. And then for this example, we're going to do Medicare Drug Plan. For Medicare.gov, we tend to lean using it for Medigap policies. We have found in our experience of 15 years that the rates just aren't as accurate as other Medicare supplement quote tool. That link in there as well, share that with you. But we do use Medicare.gov and one other tool through Sunfire that we use to compare Medicare drug plans. So the difference would be if that is you choose a Medicare Advantage plan, you will enter in your doctors and your drugs. Whereas if you're just comparing a Medicare drug plan and click Find Plans. From here, we're going to select how and or if you receive extra help for your health or drug costs in the form of Medicaid, Supplemental Security, Medicare Savings Program, or extra help, which is specific to drugs. So if you have one of these programs that you know for certain, you can select one of them accordingly. If you do not know or you don't get extra help, click the last option. I'll say this, if you don't know, just pick up the phone and call your agent or representative. Shoot an email to them, whatever's most convenient for you. Ask them how those programs work, and they should be able to walk you through that process rather easily. On the next screen, we're going to be able to enter in our medications. What's nice about using Medicare.gov and the other platforms that you can use is that it will pre-populate the medication when you start typing in the first few letters. So you want to have your bottles handy nearby on your counter or desk, or if you have a list of them, great. But either way, go ahead and get that ready, and then you can start typing in some medications. Now, I've added in some to a list previously for the sake of time, but to give you an example we could do something like Advair, right? So Advair is an inhaler that's popular. It's a brand name, and what I like about doing this is that once we start typing in Advair, you can see, right, AD, you can see all the medications that popped up with AD, and we're going to select the Advair. I'm going to click Add Drug. Now, it's going to ask me, hey Ken, it looks like there's a generic available, which is a beautiful thing because not always do we know the brand name. We know it more by, the program is smart enough to recognize that and remind you and say, hey, if you take the generic, you need to select that because it makes a big price difference, right? And if you can't take the generic, there's some folks that just can't. They have to take the brand name because of how it impacts them, and that's fine. You'll have an opportunity to either keep the brand or add generic. Right? So in this case, we'd click Add Generic. Now I've already added it to my list, so we'll go ahead and click Add Generic. And it's going to ask us, okay, well, what's the dosage and the frequency, right? How often do you take this? And so with an inhalers, there's a little bit more. But you can see here where we would have all the options available to you that are going to be listed on the label of the medication, right? And it will typically start with the most common dosage and frequency, right? So in this case, it's telling us, hey, it's a 250-50. It's going to come in the dispensables pack of 60, and we're refilling that once a month. And then you'd have the opportunity to change it here to twice a month, right? Or you can change it to every 3 months, every other month. Maybe you only get it as once a year because it's seasonal, whatever that may be, right? And then we can click Add to my drug list, and you can see here where I've added a Torvastin, and I've added that Advair, that generic Advair before. And this is a great example just to show, because if we accidentally add a medication in twice, right? As we go back to review it, we can say, oh, looks like I added that one in here. I need to remove it, right? And it'll tell us, hey, you've successfully removed the drug from your list. You can also edit a medication. So as you add the medications and before you compare plans, again, we're seeing our list come together here. And maybe on the simvastatin, you know, I put 45 every month, and really it should be 60 every month. I accidentally put 45, and then I would update this medication, right? So again, we'd click edit. We can come in here and update the dosage, the frequency, the quantity, and then click update, and then our list is complete here. And we repeat this cycle for every medication that we'd have. Once we're done adding our medications, we're going to click done adding. And now we want to enter in our location and select a pharmacy. It's important to base this off where you're normally going to pick up your medications. If you use the mail order, you'll have an opportunity to see mail order pricing or select that with your plan, right? But otherwise, you're going to want to select the pharmacy. It's going to be important, or we suggested at least comparing more than one pharmacy, especially if you use an independent pharmacy. And the reason we say independent pharmacies or small mom and pop pharmacies is because typically they're not in network. Now, we have seen those networks get better where they are preferred pharmacies and they are in network, but it's always safe, right, to compare more than one pharmacy regardless. So if you go to Walmart even, and it's a chain pharmacy, maybe we want to also look at Publix in this case and compare it with Publix. We're in the South, for those that know Publix, right? For those up north, maybe it's like Piggly Wiggly. But CVS, Walgreens, etc., right? Put the CVS and we'll put the Walmart on there. And then we're going to click continue to view plans. Remember, we want to enter in our zip code, so 34683. We can click find pharmacies. You can also change the distance, so if we want to go from 1 mile, 10 miles, maybe you live in a more rural area, you'd have to expand that search a little bit. Maybe you say, I don't want to go through the list. Even in a 5-mile radius, I have 20 pharmacies to choose from. That's fine. You can simply start typing in, hey, CVS, right? And click find pharmacies, and then it will show you the CVS locations, you know, in that area. So fairly simple to navigate in that sense. Once we have our pharmacies, we're going to click continue to plans. And this is where the fun begins. We get to actually see our prices. We get to see if our drugs are in the network. We get to make sure our pharmacy is a preferred pharmacy and so on, right? So it can be overwhelming. I get it. And feel good about it, right? So the default right out of the box with Medicare.gov is it's already going to sort these plans for what is most cost effective for you. And by most cost effective, we mean the total cost between the premium, the deductible, the drug cost. What is the total package? What is this going to cost me in total to have this drug plan, right? So it already does that for us. And then it's going to tell us, hey, is the pharmacy in network? Are the drugs covered? So on. So in this case, it's telling us, it's showing us 10 of 14 drug plans. And the most cost-effective drug plan that's popping up first in this example is Silver. The monthly premium is $48.30. It has, the total drug premium and drug cost is $524. Now, again, this includes your drug premium plus the cost of the medications, right? And the deductible. Now, you can see that the total drug cost and the premium are even lower than the deductible. You say, well, Ken, how is that possible? Well, it's possible because the drugs that we entered are covered and likely in a tier 1 or 2 where it's such a low cost that they would not hit the deductible where we're at in this point in the year at the time of running this comparison, right? So for those of you that are just easy lookers or are very familiar with the site in general already, and this is maybe a refresher for you, you might be ready to enroll. You might know that and say, hey, my pharmacy's covered, my drugs are covered, and this is the lowest cost for me. I'm just going to go ahead and enroll, and from there you're following an application process. Name, address, etc. Very simple. And then it goes on down the line, right? The next most cost-effective plan would be the AARP Medicare Preferred. It's $92.20 a month. And the total cost is $746, and we'd go on down the line here, right? So if we want to dig in a little bit further with the plan, we can click on Plan Details instead of Enroll. We can also compare. So in this case, maybe let's compare the AARP and the Silver script, and then click Compare. And what this will do is give us a side-by-side comparison, which is a very nice view. Again, up top, tells us our premium, tells us what the deductible is. Now, while the medications we entered are lower cost, for those of you taking more medications where you're going to hit a deductible or brand name, having no deductible could play a big role. You can also see the premium difference, right? So higher premium, no deductible, lower premium, higher deductible. That's typical of what we see with any kind of car insurance, health insurance, etc. It's telling us here that all 3 of our medications are covered, so 3 of 3 medications. It does say restrictions may apply. That could vary depending on the plan. It could also just mean, hey, there's a quantity limit. You can't take more than 90 in a month, when you might take 30 in a month. And it will tell you what the cost difference is here. So this is really why we recommend selecting more than one pharmacy, even if Walmart or XYZ pharmacy is your choice. So you can see that we selected Walmart. And in this case, SilverScript's going to come up more cost effective than any of the plans. Even if we use Walmart, even when it's in network, the cost is $655.45. Lower than the AARP at Walmart, lower than the AARP at CVS. Excuse me. But you can see that with the same SilverScript plan, same medications, we could go to CVS and still save $130 a year. So for those of you that aren't married to a pharmacy and don't mind changing your prescriptions and going another half mile or even across a mile down the road or even across the street at the red light right at the corner, typically that's where they're at, right? Across from one another. You can save $130 a year on the same exact plan, taking the same exact medications. And so, again, I can't stress enough that even if you know your pharmacy and that's where I go, I'm a creature of habit, I've been there, plug in another pharmacy and see if you can't save yourself some additional money. So from here, that's why we like the side-by-side. It just gives us exactly what we need to see what we want to make sure our drugs are covered, the pharmacies are in network, and now I'm ready to enroll. I could simply click the enroll button, and it's going to say, hey, be ready to provide some Medicare information, and we're going to redirect you now to the carrier and be ready to make an e-signature. And so from here, again, it's an application process for privacy, and so far we can take you in the video. We're going to really just stop here, but you're going to select if I'm new to Medicare or if I've been on Medicare and how long have I been on Medicare, or if I'm enrolling in the middle of the year, is it a special enrollment period? But again, this is where you would complete the application for your proper scenario. They have it all listed out here. And then just follow it step by step, next, until you get to the signature. It's about 3 pages and you'll be complete. We appreciate you hanging tight for 14 minutes of this video. It's very important, very critical to have a drug plan, drug coverage. And with the changes that are coming, most agencies will be limited on their resources and time to help their clients the way they have been in the past. So we hope you found this video helpful, full of value. We can't thank you enough. And again, happy Medicare season, happy shopping, and we wish you nothing but the best.